Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. My name's Adette Lassert, and I'm with 9 3/4 Coaching. I told you last week that I had a surprise for you, and do I have a surprise? I got a little bit of a backdrop here to help me today, but I am wearing my new magical jacket. This is my new jacket for when I'm doing presentations. I wanted to have my own professor magical jacket to wear to my events. And so you are getting the first glimpse of my jacket. And I've made it myself. I used pattern, but I wanted to incorporate my business colors into it. And I wanted to have a little bit of fun with it. So I hope you appreciate it. We are into a brand new book this week. We are into the Prisoner of Azkaban, Chapter 1. I believe the Owl Post. Let me just double check. It is Owl Post. And in this chapter, we hear the phrase an unusual reference to Harry Potter, how he is unusual. And it is mentioned at the very beginning of the chapter and then again at the very end. This is unordinary for J.K. Rowling, and she writes. She rarely does that, where she lists something at the very beginning of the chapter and then reiterates it at the end of the chapter. So I want to draw attention to that because it is unusual, but in being unusual, it's actually a great reference because unusual is not good or bad. It's just unusual. And sometimes we are unusual. We don't fit into a mold. And that happens to me a lot. I don't fit into molds and I am a little unusual. But what we find is that when we find our peeps, when we find our magical colleagues and we find our magical space, when we're able to come together in that magical space and find our magical friends, we are no longer alone. We feel incorporated and part of something bigger. And Harry feels this way. He celebrates his birthday in this chapter, and both Hermione and Ron have sent him lovely letters, as well as he's received one from Hagrid. And no longer does he feel like he's on the outskirts, even though he's at home at the Dursleys. He feels like he belongs somewhere. So I'm going to encourage you during these summer months to expand yourself. Find where you can find your peeps. Try something new. Move outside of the box. Harry would never have thought to go looking in the magical community for his peeps. He was forced there. But that doesn't mean that you can't go and actively look for where are your peeps. Try something new. Try something different. Try and figure out where that little something that makes you unusual fits into a bigger picture. Because when we do, magic is created. Harry can't do all of the things that he does without the other students at Hogwarts. He can't do that without his friends, Hermione and Ron and Hagrid. That's where he fits in. It's unusual to be a wizard, but it's not unusual to have your peeps. So I'm going to encourage you to look for those groups where you fit in. If this is something that you're struggling with, please reach out to me. That's one of my specialties is figuring out where you fit in while still being uniquely you and a little unusual, because we're entitled to be a little unusual. And you, all of you out there who listen to me, you are my peeps. You are my magical community. And I invite you to come and join my magical community. You're my magical community and I'm yours. So come along for the ride. Enjoy the experience. I still have discovery sessions that I do. If you want to learn more about who I am and what I do, or figure out how coaching might work for you in your life, these are free sessions and there are no strings attached. You get to just figure out, is coaching something for you? Is it something that works for you in your life? And how does it work for you in your life? I'm also still doing the surveys for Gen Zs. So you'll find the survey either below in a link or in the bio, and check in on that. Even if you have never worked in the workplace before, I want to know what your expectations are. I want to know what you want employers to know about you that's important for you, so that we can make sure that when you enter the workplace, you're getting the support you need as an employee in the workplace. If you have questions, if you have comments, please send them on to me. Write them in the comments below. Send me a DM. More than happy to talk with you. I love all of the comments that I get, and I wish you all the best. And we will see you next week, same time. Take care. Bye now.